Everyone says you have to learn coding in order to get into tech. And I tried twice. And my brain was like, girl, bad, we not doing that. I remember literally sitting in the middle of a coding project, searching thousands of lines of code, trying to find the one mistake I made that was standing in between me and successful completion of this project and me getting an A on my midterm. And my eyes glazed over and my brain went out on vacation. And I'm just like, what is happening? Fortunately, when I found myself working as a system administrator in Microsoft 365, managing identities, SharePoint environments, permissions, and solving problems, I realized something important. Coding is not the only path into tech. It's just one lane in a massive industry. And Microsoft runs inside of thousands of organizations, universities, private companies, public companies, nonprofits. Like if you've ever seen Word or Excel on a computer at a company, that company runs on Microsoft. And they need someone to manage it, right? And so when I was doing this work, I definitely felt like, okay, permissions was a beast. If you've ever worked in the Microsoft environment, you know what I'm talking about. But when I would fix things, but when I finally would solve it, and everything's running smoothly for everyone and they have the right access to the things they need access to, it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. My focus was always making things run smoothly for my peeps, the staff, the students, the professors. Like if something was broken and not working right, I wanted to fix it and make sure it was good. Now, I worked at a university, of course, and at that time, we had a lot of change, a lot of transition in leadership. And, there's bureaucracy in universities and sometimes workarounds instead of fixing things properly. So that part was stressful. But the actual work, excuse me, the actual work of assigning permissions, fixing access, solving problems, that part my brain loved. And so, yeah, like you could think about coding as kind of like building the rocket, right? It's the foundation. And then system administration is making sure it all runs smoothly. Okay, so what does this have to do with anything, Raven? Great question. When I looked at what my goal is to live internationally, like I'm doing now, and obtain a long-term visa. And the path I'm exploring is a work visa. Okay, where do I want to live? Europe. So what do countries in Europe, any countries in Europe, need? Okay, when I typed in labor shortage in Europe into Google, it told me that they had shortages in manual labor, healthcare, one other field that I can't remember right now, and IT and STEM. Now, Raven don't know nothing about healthcare. Manual labor, I could probably learn, but I'm sure they want specialty people. But IT, I happen to have experience in that. So I'm like, okay, IT is the route I'm going to go. And since I have the system administrator experience, that's what I'm going to build upon. That's the angle I'm going to go at it with. Because, of course, countries in Europe have very smart people already, right? They have plenty of smart people. And so if they have a labor shortage in an area, they're going to want the people they bring in from the outside of their country, they're going to want them to be more advanced in that area. And so, yeah, that's where I'm going. Now, what could this mean for you? Right? Well, I did a little research because I love to research. And so, just in case you or someone wants to get into tech, but you're like, coding is not for me, it's just not my thing. I don't know if I can do tech because I can't code. No worries, you don't have to code. Okay. There are lots of other lanes in the tech industry outside of coding. So I actually looked it up and I'll drop the link in the description, but there's 16 different things you can do in tech. So tech roles that don't require coding. So let me read them off real quick. IT support and help desk specialist, customer service manager, technical recruiter, IT service slash operations manager, project manager, technical project manager, business analyst, UX designer, UI and product designer, technical writer. I actually have a friend who's a technical writer, technical content strategist, data analyst, business intelligence analyst, tongue twister, cybersecurity risk analyst, IT compliance slash governance analyst, and information security auditor, right? So I'm not expecting you to remember any of that. I'm going to drop the link in the description. The article is from November 2025. But yeah, and if you look at the article, it'll tell you what each one of those areas does. So if you're like, I want to get into code, or my kid wants to get into code, I mean, not code, Raven, we just said not code. I want to get into tech, or my kid wants to get into tech, but coding's not the route we want to take. Then you can look at this list and see the descriptions for each one and see which one you have an interest in, and then look into that path. And then let's say you want to work in for a tech company, but you're not technically inclined, and that's okay. Not all of us are. So of course, just like any other company, tech companies are going to need customer support, business developers, or salespeople. Listen, sales, don't sleep on sales. It's a great skill to have, and you be making money. They need regular project managers, accountants, lawyers, all different types of non-tech roles. So that's if you want to work in a tech company, but you're not technically inclined. So that's one thing. Oh, and marketing, of course, always need marketers. Okay. And so, yeah, that is it. That's all. That's why I chose Microsoft 365 rather than learning the code. Blessed be those who have the capacity to code. Your brain is beautiful, and I love that for you. And I'm gonna just stay over here in my lane. Okay, Woo. I will talk to you later, child. No, that's not what I want. Chill. Chill. Why? Why can't I? You gotta get out of here. I'm not playing with you. How you gonna tell me? Listen, my computer don't tell me what to do. I tell it what to do. What are we doing? You don't tell me I can't minimize the window. No, I'm minimizing it. Okay, because I have notes today. I have notes. Yes. Okay, here we go.